Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's Bobby here, and I know I've put out a video in a while, but we're less than 2 weeks away from Tears of the Kingdom, and I am super stoked. I am so stoked because I finally got this guy right here in, and I am so excited to get this open. I got this yesterday morning, and it has been sitting on my shelf. I've been wanting to do this unboxing video because like I'm super hyped, and it's YouTube, so I kind of have to re-enter the algorithm a little bit before Tears of the Kingdom actually drops and I start dropping guides on things in the game. But I am super hyped about this. I want to open this with you guys today, check it out, see what this thing is all about, because like all the pictures I've seen, I'm so jealous because I'm like, I want to open mine, but I haven't done it yet, so we're gonna do it today together. Here we've got the box. You can kind of see special edition, very cool. The logo, like right here, this logo is so good. It is so good looking. The joycons look amazing too, and I cannot wait to actually open this and see these. So like, let's do it, because I want to see and play with my new toy. This is gonna be like my main Switch from now on. A lot of people are like, save it, don't open it. I'm like, no, Zelda. Oh. Oh. Look at that. Look at this. Look at this. Let's get this out of the package. Okay, we got left Joy-Con here. All right, it's got this little icon right there. Let's see if we can get this guy to zoom in or focus this close. It may or may not, but you can kind of see the icon there. I like this. This is like, I don't know, this makes me think of like the Twilight Princess like look, when the Twilight beings would cross over realms. Oh, I thought there was a scratch on it. I was gonna be so upset. The back has another little decal right here. It's gold and it looks like an eye, right? Almost like kanji mixed with an eye. It's kind of hard to see. Do you do this thing that other cameras do, Elgato face cam? Maybe, maybe not. Yeah, we'll get as close as we can. But that is very cool looking. Very, very cool looking. Just back in here for now. Boom. All right, let's look at right Joy-Con. All right, we see the swirls on this one. And the gold is like, the gold texturing is perfect. It's gold, Doesn't look cheap. Like, that was my concern. It'll look like a cheap paint job. These both have the same thing. I assume this is like a Zonai marking, right? Probably represents the Zonai people. It's got like two eyes, almost like the Sheikah eyes, but there's two of them. It's hard to see. Let's see if I can get it up on edit. Oh, there we go. Yeah, get a little better on this guy now. Looks very cool. It's a very cool looking symbol. Hard to see with the gold on white, but there you go. It's a better look at it. I love the swirls on the back of this one. Oh, this one has a different kanji, and I'll see if again I can. May not be it. There we go. Yeah, there it is. That's a super nice look at that. That's very cool. Again, the gold texturing looks really, really great. Like, it just looks immaculate. You can kind of see here. This is so cool. And I have a special thing that I'm going to show you guys at the end of this video that if you bought this, I am going to recommend to you, especially if you play with your Joy-Cons or if you play in handheld mode. Okay, so we got the Joy-Cons out. These look incredible, and we're going to put this whole thing together eventually. Let's get the actual Switch out. Ooh, okay. So, it is a Switch OLED model, so the screen's a little bigger than the original Switch, right? I already have an OLED. I have an OG, so like the launch model Switch. And then I have an OLED. When did I get that? Like a year and a half ago-ish? Christmas, like 2021, I want to say I got it. And I love the OLED. I used to hate playing Switch handheld. The OLED absolutely changed the game on that. 100%. This is the Switch body, but look at this Very subtle swirl inlays, right? Cover the whole thing. And it's not anything like to write home about, but it is textured. Like you can feel that, right? You can feel it's like engraved on it, right? It's very cool. It looks amazing, right? There we go. Really get a shot there. You have to forgive me, guys. I've never done an unboxing before. But I'm super hyped about this console and this game. If you followed my channel for a long time, you know that like the majority of my channel started with Zelda, despite the fact that I've been putting out Pokemon videos for like 5 years. Zelda is my favorite game franchise of all time, hands down. Hands down. And I have never been more excited than I am now for a Zelda game. Breath of the Wild is like my favorite game of all time. And this just looks better. Obviously, you're going to get your power cable, right? Yeah, nothing special. It'd be really cool if like it had a Zelda logo on that or the HDMI, right? Just one more little thing. So, you know, hey, this is your special one, right? Yeah, this is all just standard HDMI. Very cool. Oh, okay. So the attachables, this is nice. They are white and they have a gold kind of colored strap, right? They go on the Joy-Con rail controller, whatever things. Let's see. Is this special? I don't think this is going to be special. It'd be cool if it was. Maybe like a Sheikah eye on it or something. No, this is a standard Joy-Con thing. So if you got the Joy-Con and you like playing with the Joy-Con, you get another Joy-Con like controller adapter thing. I remember when I first got my original Switch, I was just on this thing all day, just playing like this, you know. Loved it until like 3 weeks in, I started to get drift on my left stick. And I always thought it was the game. I was like, why does this game just run to the side? I never experienced drift with any controller before. And it's still an issue today. And again, like I said, we're going to talk about something special you can do after. But let's take out a piece, a resistance, right? The dock. The dock. Let's see here if I could get it out. Ooh. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Look at that. That is gorgeous. Oh my good. Look at like, oh, it's so shiny. It's got the swirls. It's got like this, I don't know if it's supposed to be like a language, like a text, but it kind of reminds me of the language or like the symbols that were in the first like trailer. The very first one was like 2019. Yeah, I don't know. Cause like really cool thing that I'd never noticed before. These little like things right here, that is those symbols. So there's that little extra ring right here. My finger's tracing along now. That little ring, that's those symbols that were going up to like Ganondorf in that very first trailer. And they kind of go around here. There's one little one right here, and there's another little one right there. Right, so they break off, kind of like how they broke off in that trailer. That was really cool. There's a Switch logo on the top, and then the back. Nothing crazy, but there is a little bit more decoration on either side. Right, and I love the OLED. If you didn't know, if you don't have an OLED yet, the back comes off instead of just like swiveling, and it has this improved channel like right here. This is like a game changer. Also, the OLED has another crucial thing if you play online games a lot. If you didn't know, there's a LAN port, so you can actually plug your Switch in and play like docked online and have like a much more stable connection than just Wi-Fi, because Switch's Wi-Fi is not great. But you know, it's not the worst thing ever. I feel personally it's better than the PlayStation 4 Wi-Fi, which in even the most recent modern era in the last 10-ish years, that was the worst system in terms of Wi-Fi. That was horrendous. But yeah, you get your little light, you get your 2 USB ports on the side, right? Just like a normal Switch OLED dock, but man, is that pretty. One more time for you guys. Get that. Just Sheesh, sorry, the lighting. There you go. That might be the best way I can show it to you guys. Whew, that is so pretty. And what we're gonna do now is we're just gonna put the Switch in the dock, kind of show you how the whole thing would look together. Make sure. And then, like I said, real quick, I want to make sure you guys see a special thing that if you don't know about it, you need to know about it. It's the most important thing I could possibly think of for Switch owners, believe it or not. Lefty here, lefty Joy-Con. Oh yeah. Like putting in your brand new Joy-Cons into a new Switch is like just like the perfect feeling. Goes in, and yeah, I need a screen protector for this immediately. If not sooner, I should have got one when I picked it up. Okay, so now we have the whole thing assembled, and I'm going to show you guys in the camera down here. Boom! That's what it's going to look like fully assembled, right? So we got these recording lights on. Don't do us any favors in terms of glare, but if we want to bring it up, that's what it's going to look like. So they still have lots of these, you guys. So like if you haven't got one yet and you're thinking about it, you could go grab one. They'll probably have them for a while. I don't see this game's momentum is not going to slow down through the year. I'm calling it now. Tears of the Kingdom is going to be the game of the year. It's like Elden Ring. I don't think there's anything that's going to come and challenge it. There's nothing that is going to have the momentum. There's going to be some great stuff. Starfield's supposed to come out this year. Final Fantasy 16 is supposed to come out this year. Spider-Man 2, which I love the first Spider-Man and Miles Morales, but Zelda right now is just monumental hype, especially after the last few trailers. That's basically it though. I wanted to show you guys this because this is such a cool system. So if you guys are interested, that's it. That's the whole thing. And what you guys can do is go to your local electronics store, go on Amazon. They still have a ton from what I'm hearing. I have seen people showing pictures of the local like Best Buy and Walmart where they just have tons of them on the shelves. They're making tons of these, and I assume it's to stop scalping because they knew this is going to be popular. So like if you're like, oh, I really want one, I just need it, like start saving up, you know, save up like $30 a paycheck right now. If you can do that, if you can put away $30 a paycheck, that's like 5 months. Right? Yeah, and you know, if you get paid twice a month, yeah, it's a while to wait. But if they still have them, kind of like they have the amiibos, they're making tons more of those. And like the Metroid Dread pack, you can probably barely see it right where my thumb is. Metroid Dread Collector's Edition, that came out, and that had like not too many special editions were coming out at that time, but then all of a sudden it blew up, right? Special edition blew up and scalping blew up, so they made a ton of them. Oh, one more thing. Give me just a second. I'm going to make sure I show you guys this thing before I forget. If you have multiple Switch and you have Pro controllers, things like that, I want to recommend you guys two things, okay? The first thing, if you are a person who like has Pro controllers and you love them, but I've heard people who've had their Nintendo Switch Pro controller stop working or having drift, and man, that's murder because like I have my Nintendo Switch Pro controller and I bought the Zelda one as well, right? So I'm waiting for that to come out. That comes out on the 12th, when the day the game comes out. So that is gonna come out, and people sometimes get drift in those too. It's just something that's happening with modern controllers. And what I think it is that we play games a lot more. Games are a lot more demanding in terms of time. They're asking for a lot more time nowadays, so you play a lot more on, you know, games. Two things that I want to recommend. It's probably going to blink a little bit, but why are you so dusty? Oh, you know why? Because I caught my cat sleeping on my desk last night. Well, not last night. I woke up this morning and he was asleep on my desk. And I was like, oh, great. So yeah, I had to lint roll all this mouse pad this morning. But this is the 8BitDo Ultimate Bluetooth controller. Make sure if you have a Switch and you want to use it with your Switch, you get the Bluetooth version. You could see here, it's kind of hard, but if I hold it up here, you could see that it has a Nintendo button layout. The A is on the right side, the B is on the bottom, and the Y is on the left, and the X is on the top, right? Which is really, really great. And it syncs up. You just plug it into your Switch and you press this button, boom. The reason this is such a great controller is because it has Hall effect sticks, right? Hall effect sticks are sticks that work with magnetic fields instead of actual like physical sensors, and that means there's nothing to wear down. And the reason your Joy-Con gets drift is because eventually the physical sensors wear down and they don't detect the motion and the connection quite as much, right? So when that connection stops being sensed all the time, it ends up having drift, right? It's just like you push to the left and then all of a sudden your character just stays running to the left, and that sucks, right? The other thing you can get if you're a handheld person or you just use your Joy-Cons, you want something cheaper, you don't want to buy a 70, I think it's a $70 or $80 controller. Ghillie Kit makes this. This is the Ghillie Kit Hall sensing joystick for Joy-Cons. And it's a little bit of work, but you take these out and you take apart your Joy-Con and you throw it into this slot where this Joy-Con goes. And my brother has them in his, and he absolutely loves them. I've had this set right here waiting for this Switch. Like when I ordered the Switch, I got these like in the mail like the next day, and I was like, I'm waiting for that Switch to put these in, because I was gonna put in my OLED because I play my OLED all the time. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna wait for the Zelda OLED to come in, and I'm gonna put them in there. So now I've got these, and I would highly recommend if you do play handheld a lot, or if you just take your Joy-Cons off and play in the, you know, the Joy-Con like adapter thing that comes with the console, like the thing I showed you in here, this thing right here, right? If you play with that, get yourself a set of these. There's videos on YouTube how to do it. It's really not that hard. They actually come with all the tools that you need to do it, and they come with some really gaudy looking thumbstick covers. I want to see if I can find some like nice black thumbstick covers to go over this to like raise it, because they look like Captain America shields, and that would not look good on this. So other than that, yeah, these are like the perfect replacement sticks because they're going to make sure you don't drift on your Switch again. So guys, thank you so much if you watched this video today. I really appreciate it. I'm Little Bobby here, and subscribe, because I'm gonna have a lot of Tears of the Kingdom content, a lot of guides and things like that. We'll talk about weapons, we'll talk about crafting, what we can do, but I wanted to do this because I'm hyped. So let me know what you guys think about this Switch. I love this thing so far personally, and if you're gonna pick one up yourself, either soon you already got one, or if you're planning on getting one down the line, hopefully they're not too crazy. They are a special edition, but hopefully they're not too crazy with how limited they are, because I know tons of people have been like, I just don't have the money for it right now. So hopefully that'll be something you guys can pick up if you haven't got one yet. But again, Little Bobby here. Thank you so much. Hit that subscribe button. I'd appreciate it if you hit that like if you stayed this far. That'd be really great. And leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Are you ready for Tears of the Kingdom? Hey guys, thank you so much for watching today, and I hope to see you soon.